So going for my training walk. Sunny, a little bit windy, not as warm as yesterday. It's not going to get up to 18, but it might get up to 16 about 4 o'clock. So anyways, good walking weather. You don't want it too hot, do you? And bright sunshine's nice, warm you up when you're not in the shadow. Yeah, so here we go. Well, it is relatively warm today. I mean, not warm by Dubai standards, but here I left my vest at home, my gloves, I've got short trousers on. I mean, when I went out to feed the birds earlier, I noticed it's warmer than it is in the house. Probably as much as 13 degrees. So, anyway, doing my walk. I'm halfway through preparing bread. We'll see. Ooh, lots of energy this morning. My goodness, I'm striding along. Must be the weather. Can you hear the birds? Lovely, isn't it? Mainly skylarks, I think. They do seem to prosper. Lots of other birds are getting on the endangered list. But skylarks, well, they're loving it. They love the agriculture. I suppose the farmer turns the soil over, which is good, worms come out, and plants seeds, which they like maybe. Yeah, so, and it is, yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's not sunny, there's a bit of sun occasionally, but it's brighter than yesterday, and it's not raining or threatening to rain, but of course I could be wrong. This is the Midsummer place. It's called, I think it's Littlewood Common or Littleworth Common, Littlewood Common. And Gawain, I think I've asked him about this, but he couldn't remember. When we were taking him to school, often we used to come here to pick up a friend of his and then go to, can't remember whether it was Dare House or Haileybury. Oh, look at this. These speedwell are lovely little flowers, you know. Very hardy, you know, they grow anywhere and they don't care about the frost, and they stay for a long time. I mean, they've been with us for a month, more than a month now. And bluebells, they don't last long. These are looking as if they're starting to fade. So I actually managed to get through the field this time without being chased by the bloody herd of cows. I mean, it's amazing, really, isn't it? I mean, if they'd have touched me and knocked me over, I mean, those cows weigh a ton. Can you imagine? And they're allowed to go loose in this field, and it's a public pathway. Look, public pathway. They're big, and they weigh tons. Just thought I'd let you know what I'm working on. So these arrived today. A rose, flower power, a form of heather, a gardenia, a pioneer, because it looks as if my pioneer is dead, and another rose. And the roses, I thought I'm going to put one where the rosemary tree is, which, as you say, is probably dead, and the other by the lounge window so I can see it. And I'll show you what I've done in preparation. I've planted all the other plants as well. So can you see Little Robin? That's where the rosemary bush was. I've got rid of it. I'll show you what came out of it. That's a privet bush. I'm thinking of maybe getting rid of that as well and have a bit more open space there. I don't know that the privet's doing any use whatsoever there. And I'm thinking of putting a rose there, right in front of the window, yeah. It's going to be very difficult getting the rosemary roots out. I don't know whether I can do it. Over here, I've planted, some colourful plants, and that is it azalea, can't remember. Out here is where, can you see? You can't see very well. I'm trying to dig a square there so that I can put a rose, but the problem is roots under the ground. It's so difficult. It's really so difficult getting the ground up. What I'm doing in each case is I'm taking the top few inches of soil away, together with roots and leaves and whatever else is there, and replacing it. I've got several bags of what do you call it, compost, so replacing it with compost. Not my compost, unfortunately. That'll take a couple of years. I bought some compost, and you see here I'm making some progress as well in getting rid of that big pile. So that should be gone. If I do 10 barrows a day, well, I'm not going to do 10 barrows today, but I'm planning to do 10 as many days as I can. Should get rid of it. Down here is I've taken the top couple of inches off and replaced it with compost. That's the dark stuff. So I put marigolds, I put petunias, and I put I think this is the azalea. And this over here is, I've done the same here, dug a pit, chucked the soil away and put in a rhododendron, Azacea or something like that. It's a rhododendron anyway. And this wasn't so bad digging. You can see the pile of soil that I produced. That wasn't so bad, but around the other side where I want to put the rose, that was awful, full of roots and entanglements and covered in grass. So this is where the tree was. Got rid of it. I'd like to get rid of the roots. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to. And I was thinking of putting a rose here. Yeah. Over here, I've cleared a bit of ground again. Taken the soil away and put in compost and a couple of plants, and I can't remember what these are. Sorry, I'll tell you in a bit. And that's where I want to put my peony against the old one. This looks dead. And you see what I was doing here. I was trying to dig this up like I dug the other one up, but it's just so full of roots and grass and things like that. So I thought I'd leave it for a day or two and come back to it when I've got a bit more energy, see if I can do anything there. Let's see. So, managed to dig this. Got rid of the rosemary. Look at the size of it. I mean, this is a small plant. Look how it's grown. This, I think I'll get rid of. It's a privet. It's not doing anything. In fact, it's preventing this lovely tree here from expanding. And it's going to block out my rose. Dug the hole. Relatively easy. Filled it with compost. Put the rose in. Let's see what happens now. I'll worry about those roots and the privet tomorrow. That's enough for today, I think. So just to water it before it goes to bed. And water my other two over here. Yes. And let's see what happens. So what are we doing? Well, we've been working all day, cutting grass, cutting ivy, building bonfires. We've achieved an awful lot. We're quite exhausted and we've decided we deserve a pint. So we're having a pint and Roy's about to wave to you.